This match one fall with a 10-minute time limit from Kansas City, Kansas, weighing in at 240 pounds, Hacksaw Butch Reed. His opponent from Dallas, Texas, weighing in at 230 pounds, David Von Erich.
David Von Erich moving out against Hacksaw Butch Reed. One fall, 10-minute time limit. And may I just say, this should be a prime contest between these two. Butch Reed from the great show-me state of Missouri. Of course, David Von Erich, second-generation wrestler. He's out of Texas. Tall, rangy individual. Great strength. Good leapfrog by Reed. Reed up and over. What? Von Erich on the side of the head. And that almost caved his head in as he caught him with a beautiful flying drop kick. And David Von Erich stunned back in that corner. And you can hear the crowd now picking up that go chant for one Hacksaw Butch Reed. Reed obviously very much the favorite here. Reed, just a tremendous physical specimen. All-American in football, played for the Kansas City Chiefs. And Von Erich thought he was going to be able to leapfrog, and Reed was one step ahead of him. Got him a good drop kick and then into an arm drag takedown. And so, Hacksaw Butch Reed staying ahead of David Von Erich in this game of human chess. It is Butch Reed who is making the superior move.
Gordon Dory Funk Jr. has appeared on the scene. You know, David Von Erich is under the tutelage of Dory Funk Jr. Dory Funk has been taken into the gym regularly for workouts, and it's not public knowledge just what tactics Von Erich is learning, but if you'll just watch him while he's in the ring, you can just see the tactics Dory Funk Jr. has been teaching him.
There you see it, former world heavyweight champion Dory Funk Jr. He's looking to regain that world title for a second time, and I can't say that I blame him. Butch Reed holding court here on David Von Erich. And thus far has really, in a sense, dominated the match. Dory Funk Jr., Mr. Business, Mr. Cool, an impassive countenance as he watches very, very carefully. Unlike his extremely volatile brother, Terry Funk, whose facial expressions will certainly give you an indication of his innermost thoughts. Good move by Reed once again, has Von Erich again off his feet and on the canvas. And Butch Reed is now beginning to make Von Erich a frustrated competitor indeed.
Well, Gordon, Terry Funk is one of the most vicious wrestlers around. Their personalities are totally different between himself and his brother. And if you'll notice, David Von Erich has a mean streak in him himself. I don't think David Von Erich needs to learn anything about meanness. He seems to have an innate ability to be vicious in that ring, and you can see right there the tactics Dory Funk Jr. has been teaching him. That high knee lift he just delivered to Hacksaw Butch Reed. Dory Funk Jr. is very effective with both the knee lift and the forearm smash, and it appears he's teaching David Von Erich all of his pet tactics.
Reed off those ropes, caught by Von Erich as Von Erich has Reed stunned. And Reed coming up rather slowly now as Von Erich attempting to turn the tide of this battle. And it was Reed hooking those ropes. Von Erich, all 6'8" of him, high up in the air, and a flying dropkick crashes back down to the canvas. Butch Reed closes in, gets the side headlock. It is Von Erich trying to fire him off. Reed blocking him very nicely, keeping the side headlock, and finally does, but Reed uses that shoulder smash very effectively. Ooh. Von Erich caught him from behind, a clubbing blow to the base of the skull, and Reed hurtling through those ropes onto the concrete floor. David Von Erich out there after him.
There's one of those Dory Funk Jr. tactics. You can see the tactics Dory Funk Jr. is teaching Von Erich. I was afraid of this. Von Erich chose Dory Funk Jr. as a... Ooh! Bruce Reed throws Von Erich back to the floor, and Reed has the winner. It looks like a count-out, Gordon.
It was a count of 10, both men out of the ring, and Butch Reed was ahead of the game. And Butch Reed now being caught from behind by David Von Erich, and Dory Funk Jr. embarrassed that his protege was outsmarted and out-thought that time. Now the two of them on Butch Reed and pounding away on him. David Von Erich and Dory Funk Jr. now punishing Butch Reed and Reed, helpless at their feet. And wait a minute,
Sweet Brown Sugar
charging the ring. Sweet Brown Sugar knocked to one side by Dory Funk Jr. Now Butch Reed outside the ring. And I think that's what Sweet Brown Sugar wanted to accomplish anyway, was get Butch Reed away from the two of them. And wait a minute, they're charging back into the ring. Butch Reed and Sweet Brown Sugar charging back into the ring, and they have cleared the ring. They have cleared the ring. And your victor, he just flat outsmarted his man.